up, dudes? HW here, just enjoying my morning coffee. And you know what I went with today? I went with my mom. Whoa, that was a weird Freudian slip. I was going to say my wife. What the hell does that mean? Uh-oh. Well, another 6 months of therapy for you, HW. I'm not going to cut this out. I was going to just say that my wife's been buying flavored coffee, and by flavored I mean it sometimes has these notes of other things. And so she bought like this chocolate marshmallow one. There's no sugar in it. It just has like a little flavoring, and so you get an aroma of like sugar, but it's not sweetened. And so I'm like, interesting. This one has an aroma of toasted graham cracker. But no sweetness, which is interesting. The chocolate one's interesting because you swear you're smelling chocolate and like a sweet marshmallow, but then you taste it's black coffee. It's very interesting, very interesting. Probably some chemical that gives you a disease inside, but I don't know. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, I think. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, guys, I have overlooked a guitar in my collection. I have been playing this guitar nonstop recently. I played it on a Sunday morning, and it came out beautiful. The tones just ended up being epic, like really epic. And it was so weird because this is not usually when I get guitars that arrive like this or just look like this, humbucker, single humbucker with a Floyd. I find that the pickups don't work that well for my sounds that I already have dialed in for like Sunday and stuff. And I just don't find that they immediately match the music that I'm trying to make. But this one does, and I've had it, and it's sort of like just flown under the radar in my collection for a while. Didn't play it that much, didn't love it. Has a little bit of tuning stability issue where I'm able to keep it in tune for a whole set, but every now and then I have to like give the little bar a wiggle to get it to like go back because something will bind somewhere. I've tried using lubricant up here. I probably need to just have the nut replaced, or there's probably like some divots or something, some notches in the nut. But it's got this Floyd, here, if you can see this in the camera down here, it's got this Floyd tremolo, but it has the locking nut behind it has the locking mechanism behind the nut. So you get a nut, and so the strings are actually moving over the nut, which is an interesting kind of thing. I don't know if they thought that sounded better or it was just an easy way to retrofit these guitars, probably so that you can make one style neck, add that thing on, and then you didn't have to cut the necks differently, the nuts differently and stuff. And then some models either got attached to a body with a Floyd or attached to a body with just a more traditional trem. That's what I'm imagining, because this is back from the Japanese era, late 80s and into the 90s, when Jackson owned Charvel. And Jackson, so these are Jackson pickups. It says Charvel by Jackson Charvel, and it has Jackson tuners. So, and I think this is, I wanted to say this was actually like a Jackson style thing, but I don't think it is. I think Charvel made a lot of these even back in their heyday and stuff. But anyway, these are great guitars. These are great guitars, and they go for like less than $1,000 a lot of times if you can find them. And this model, I believe, was just made for the Japanese market, and that you can find those models too on Reverb and stuff. Charvel also makes, I have a Fender-made Charvel right there. Can you see this? I also have this Fender-made Charvel, like a modern one. These are some of the best guitars you can get for the money. Both of these, but this one especially, because I see one right now in this same color, Seymour Duncan 59 and JB. And I see one right now on Reverb for $600, which is like a really stupid, it's a really stupid deal, actually, if you ask me. These are made in the Fender Mexico factory, and they are pretty stellar. They're pretty stellar. Really stellar. I hope that if G&L is getting bought by Fender, we start to get the whole G&L line made up down there, and because they're making really great guitar. Fender Mexico right now is making like incredible stuff. All the stuff that sits in that like $1,000 price point coming out of Fender Mexico is really well done. I get that some people are like, oh, the American has a little nicer spec or something. No, dude, Fender sent me this green telly from there, and they redid the pickups. They sound stellar. It's like one of my favorite guitars to play live right now, and it's great looking. You guys have seen it in video and stuff. Anyway, on to this thing, man. I put out a video yesterday just talking about how to get a more pro sound on modelers, and I used this guitar, and I thought it just sounded fantastic. I really did, and you heard it at the top there. This thing just has so many tones in it. I used it on the weekend, like I said, and it was just amazing, man. I for the first time, I found a guitar that looks like this, that I love the way it splits and just sounds. Here's Sine Wave Continuum B1. It's not out yet, sorry, it will be soon. That is a juicy, juicy humbucker, stratty type thing. It doesn't sound like a Gibson to me. Gosh, that just sounds great. Now I'm going to split it, and I think we're getting these two here. Beautiful sound. The middle, I never use it. That's the first time. Those are the most notes I've ever played on that middle position. But here is the back two, right? And I dig this. Throw a little drive on there. That's killer. And then, of course, the I mean, listen, you know, listen to the neck again. Starts to drive it, you know what I mean? These are aggressive humbuckers, but this back one, they're so toneful at the same time. This back one, it was a little low at first, and I just raised it up, and just sounds killer. Now I put on a little like Klon type of thing. Put on a little tube screamer here. That's good, man. A little more. I dig that. It's really interesting how guitars can fall in and out of favor in your collection. You know what I mean? And this is one I just didn't play enough. I didn't go play it out ever. I didn't go do this stuff. But even just like that tone, you know what I mean? Because I can be like... It just got the voice, man, and then you can go clean that up, not by doing anything, but just putting it to the middle, the split position, and instantly, Love that, man. The neck is nice and warm. That is just brilliant. I dig it. One of the things I like to do on the channel is like kind of point out where there's good deals. And there's good deals right now on these. They're out there in the world. They're out there in the wild. And in a time when guitar prices are down, and it's hard to move things, it's good to like tell each other, hey, here's a great buy, and guitars that people are kind of like not watching that closely, right? $600 used market for this thing, insane right now. Insane. Can I tell you why? The brand new Harley Benton, that red thing I have over there, that's with the tariff now and shipping, that's going to get you close to $600. It's got a Floyd 1000, so does this. This has Seymour Duncan pickups in it. This is Fender Mexico, and you can split it. Like, this is the buy. Go on Reverb. Now, you're not going to see all of them at $600. There's one in this color as I make this video right now, $600. I think it's a little below what the average has been. You can get them for $850 all day. Go look at that 600 one. Make people offers. People are taking offers right now, man. I'm taking offers on stuff I'm selling. I'm taking offers because it's getting a little rough out there, man, But make them an offer. If they're at $800, offer them $650. All they can do is say no. And you know what? A lot of people go, HL, I hate tire kicker. No, man. A lot of times when you've got a guitar listed at $850, you're already in that range where it's like, okay, I don't want to sell for $500. That's ridiculous, right? And so it's like, offer them $650. They might say yes because they might need the money or just be wanting to sell it. They're frustrated with it not moving. Or they might counter you back and go, all right, listen, man. You're at $650. I'm at $8. I'm at $850. $720 is the lowest I'll go. $725. And then you're buying that thing. Free shipping, $725. I'd take it, man. Or you counter them back. Let's say they got it at $750. Offer them $650. Man, get it down there. Get down for $600. Someone else selling it for $600. I wish I bought that one. Here we go. $600. They'll counter you. $675, dude. My bottom dollar. I'm losing $50 on this. That's okay. We all lose money buying and selling guitar. Sometimes you make money, but the people who make money buying and selling guitars, you don't make money on every guitar unless you're a store or something. You're buying way below market. But I just mean for those of us who buy guitars to enjoy them and then we sell and we're always buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. You make money on the buy. You don't make it on the sell, right? You never make a lot of money with a guitar because it's like, I sold it at such a high price above market. No, you find a great deal, you get it in, and then you sell it at the normal or a little above, kind of the normal market price because maybe it's a good one. I'm HW, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.